Hey guys, I'm using this video, if you missed class on Friday, to go through all the instructions and what you need for your triad chord assignments that you're going to have to complete on Tuesday in class. So it might be helpful to review this before you come to class Tuesday. So remember, we had note names. This is always going to be a C to the left of these two. So this is also a C. This is also a C. And then everything else is alphabetical. So like if this is a C, this is going to be an A right here. And then this would be a G because we are going backwards. An F, E, D, and we're back to C. But all the note name stuff is still posted from that first project. And then whole steps and half steps. These are going to kind of come in when we start building chords like this. Like for example, a whole step is going to be when you go from one note to another note with a note in between. So like this white key to this white key is a whole step because they have the black key in between. Also, black key to black key with a white key in the middle. So like this black key to this black key is a whole step. If you go one note directly to the next key, it's a half step. So like this note to this note is a half step. This note to this note is a half step because there's no black key here. This note to this note is a half step, and so on. You're going to be able to build chords with those later, but chords. So a chord is any combination of 3 or more notes. You might have often heard of chords when you are playing like guitar or someone accompanies someone like they're singing. We are going to specifically work with triad chords for this. There are 3 notes because it's a triad. And then you're going to be writing chord progressions. A chord progression is a succession or an order of a lot of chords that are put together to make up a song. And specifically, when you're writing out chords, they use Roman numerals to define which chords are which. We're going to continue to use C major just like we had for the other assignments, so only white keys. And the Roman numeral corresponds with the degree of the scale you're in. So a C chord in C is going to be a 1. And then we go up from there. So a D would be a 2, E would be a 3, F would be a 4, G would be a 5, so on. And then there's your Roman numerals down here. So like C is 1 in the key we're in, D, E, F, G, A, B. And those chords, because they're made up of 3 notes, there are 3 different parts of it. So the root of the chord is the lowest note in the way we name a chord. So if your chord starts on C, like your root is C, it's a C chord. And the other 2 notes are the 3rd, the middle note, and then the 5th, the top note. Makes sense. And when you're building triad chords on the piano, I'm going to show you this in the next slide, they're every other note starting on the root, or every other key in C. And when we write melodies, because you're going to have to write a melody for this, a chord tone is a note that lines up with the chord they're played over. Non-chord tones don't. So building triad chords. So for example, if I want to build a C chord, like C is my 1 chord for this assignment, you're going to do every other key. So C, E, G. And then other examples, like my 4 chord would be an F. So it goes F, and then A, and then C, and then G, G, B, D. You notice I put these in uppercase because they're all major chords. I'm gonna show you guys that when I do the other half of the assignment. So not gonna do this, but we did this in class. But these links are posted if you want to check them out. So what we're gonna use for the assignment is this link that's on it called Chord Progression Generator. So I'm gonna go here. And how to use this. I'm going to use this part right here. I'm going to trash that. Cool. And then these are my options for chords. You can do any chords you want. You're going to have 8 total for the assignment. It's going to start and end on a 1. So let's do like 1, 3, 4, 2, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 1. And then if I hit play, this will play the chords for me. Lovely. So I'm going to keep that. What the assignment is, Triad, Chords, and Melodies. It's nice and short, so you could finish this in one class. Some people did. You're going to build an 8-measure set of triad chords. So using the attach link, which is right here. That was what I did on that link. Oh God, is right here. So this is my triad chords that I built. I'm going to use those and record them in Logic. Be transferring these chords to a Logic Pro project. To help you remember the chords, leave your chords as private comment in this assignment, or you can take a picture of it with your phone, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to show how to set this up so you know how to do it when you get back on Tuesday. So I'm going to open a Logic file. And then software instrument track. So you don't have to keep that sound. You can go to like a piano or a guitar. I'm going to do a piano. Lovely. So I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to slow this down. So every chord that you do, I'm going to open this so you guys can see. So the black notes are the notes that I'm playing on the MIDI keyboard right now. You can see I started on the C, and it's every other key. So what was my first chord? So and you have all the starting notes right here. So my first chord, this over here. My first chord was a 1 chord. A 1 chord starts on a C. So I'm gonna go in, here's my C, right there, and then I do every other key. So E and G. I'm gonna play all 4 of those together, recorded for 4 clicks, and then stop. 2, 3, 4, and then stop. So I'm gonna make sure my playhead's right on the 2, and then find out, okay, what's my next chord? That's a 3. A 3 chord starts on an E. So I'm gonna build my chord, my E. If I hit record with the playhead right here, it will record my next triad directly next to that one. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, off. Move this back. And that's my next one. 4 starts on an F. So 3, 4, up. You notice that I'm recording one at a time. They line up all together once you've got it, and all of them have the same shape. I'm gonna have 2, which starts on a D. But all of the chords I'm playing have the exact same shape. They're the same patterns. 2, 3, 4, stop. Six, which is an A. Oh, shoot, I need to move that. I put it in the wrong space. I want it right there. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. I want it here. So, there. 2, 3, 4, stop. I'm gonna do these last 2 really fast. Or 3, 5, 4, and then 1. So I'm gonna record these all in one piece. You don't have to, but just for time. Oh my God, we keep doing that. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Done. So if I play this back, it's gonna be. Let's speed up a little. Two, 6, 5, 4, 1. So that's the first half of the project. So when you finish recording all 8 of your chords, you're also going to do a melody to go on top of the chords. So this is almost the exact same rules that we had on the melodic sandbox assignment, where you had to start and end on a C and use only white keys. You're just going to play over these chords with a different track. So I'm going to do plus, Let's do. What does this sound like? No. Let's do like a guitar. Classically. So, using all notes in C. But the new rule for this, which I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show you, is a combination of steps and skips in the melody, but remember it should be singable, so no crazy jumps. So if I do, that doesn't sound like something someone could sing. If I am kind of staying sort of in the same area and not jumping around like crazy, it will be a better sounding melody. So I'm going to record, I'm going to speed this up just to record. So you heard, I played it, most of them sounded okay over the thing. But I'm going to quickly quantize this, play this back, and then that will be my whole thing. So that is everything you need for this last project, Triad, Chords, and Melodies, if you missed class Friday.